Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's top headlines. Germany worries about the Russians or Chinese getting Opel. Toyota talks about closing NUMMI, and Dodge is going to keep the Viper. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Monday, July 13th, 2009, and now the news. The sale of Opel is worrying General Motors because of potential technology transfers to Russian or Chinese automakers. The Wall Street Journal reports that GM is concerned about the kind of access that Russian automaker Gaz may get if Opel is sold to Magda and its finance partner, Russian bank Sberbank. But it's also concerned that Beijing Auto, which is also making a bid for Opel, may get its hands on GM's technology. And maybe this all gives a bargaining advantage to RJH, an investment company that's also interested in acquiring Opel. In fact, the AFP reports that the German government is denying a report that it's worried about a dangerous dependency on China if Beijing Auto gets Opel. The German newspaper Bild is carrying details of a government report that warns that Opel would become dependent on China, but the German government denies any such report exists. Last week, we reported that a judge would allow more bids for auto supplier Delphi, but the deadline for any new bids was Friday, and according to the Detroit News, there were no new offers. This means Platinum Equity, which struck a $3.6 billion deal for Delphi earlier in the year, will probably become the new owner. The AP reports Toyota's considering closing the NUMMI plant after General Motors dropped out of the joint venture. The California plant builds the Corolla and Tacoma for Toyota, and production of the Pontiac Vive will end in August. Or is this just a bargaining ploy to get concessions out of the UAW, because after all, NUMMI is one of the few transplants that is unionized. In a surprising development, Chrysler is not getting rid of the Viper. Production of the high-powered Dodge was slated to cease this December, but the company has given the legendary two-door a stay of execution.
The Conner Avenue Assembly Plant, the exclusive home of the Dodge Viper V10, will continue to build this great icon sports car for the year 2010 and beyond. That, my friends, is reason enough for car guys and gals around the world to rejoice. The Viper lives. The new leadership team at the Chrysler Group gets it. We at Dodge are very proud to continue to build Viper. Go Dodge.
But you know, something else is going on here. During Chrysler's bankruptcy, the company claimed it could not find any buyers for Viper, even though an investor group did offer to buy it. My guess is the Automotive Task Force wanted Chrysler to get rid of the Viper, so the company said it would close it down, then waited until it got out of bankruptcy to announce it will keep the Viper. Automakers like to use natural materials to boost their green image and reduce their environmental impact, but maybe this is going too far. Autoblog reports that taxis built in the Philippine town of Tabantaban feature bodywork fashioned entirely out of bamboo. Making their carbon footprint even smaller, their engines run on coconut oil-based biodiesel. Talk about environmentally friendly, but you know, I'd love to see how these things perform in one of NHTSA's head-on crash tests. And speaking of crashes, coming up next, a look at new safety technology from Daimler.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous, but with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
Recently, we reported on a concept version of the Mercedes S400 Hybrid equipped with several innovative safety features. Well, we just got some more info on that. One of the devices, as you'll recall, is called a braking bag. It's basically an airbag made of a high-friction material mounted underneath the car. If sensors detect a crash is imminent, the bag is deployed to help stop the car. The next system protects people during a side impact crash, called Pre-Safe Pulse. The side bolster of the seat inflates and pushes the occupant closer to the center of the vehicle. It doesn't look like much, but Mercedes claims it reduces the amount of force acting on the torso in a collision by nearly a third. One of the most unique features of the concept not only reduces weight, but also provides greater safety. The side impact beams are made out of a metal that can inflate. To help save space, the inflatable structures are folded up, but when an impact occurs, a gas generator fires, expanding the metal section, giving it greater stability and crash protection. Several airbag improvements are featured as well. In a collision, the airbags will inflate according to the size of the passenger with the aid of sensors that detect seat position and the weight of the person. And to further reduce injury during an accident, the seat belts in the rear are equipped with an airbag. When deployed, the width of the seat belt increases, which helps dissipate pressure on the chest. The vehicle is also capable of communicating with other vehicles on the road by using ad hoc networks and WLAN radio technology. The car receives and transmits warnings to other vehicles on the road if any obstacles, bad weather, or even the police are near. And that's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. But don't forget, we're doing a story about hypermiling, and we'd like to get your help. Tell us the techniques you use to eke out the best possible fuel economy. You can leave us video or audio comments on our website. Just click on the link in the right sidebar of Autoline Daily or follow it in today's transcripts. We look forward to hearing from you. Anyway, that's it for today's show. We'll see you tomorrow.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.